Hey guys, welcome back to No Notions Travel. Today we're going to be talking to Paul today about traveling with an intellectual disability. We're just going to be going through a lot of his experiences abroad and traveling and just really getting into his experiences in all the countries he's gone to.
Paul, it's so nice to have you on today. Thanks a million for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, some of you may know Paul. He was on an episode of All Walks of Life with our former president, Mary McAleese, where he was telling his life story. And it's definitely fair to say that, Paul, you're an incredible person. And I'm delighted to have you on today to hear you talk about all of your trips abroad. You've definitely traveled more than the two of us combined. I know you've said you've traveled much, but when did you start traveling?
I started traveling, when I left school, first,
Okay,
and then after that, the first place I went to was the Isle of Man.
right. Okay, it's not too far away.
No,
And
yeah,
did you? Where's the furthest you've been?
and the farthest I have been is in New Zealand.
Jeez, it's a fair trek.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, about 32 hours.
Jesus.
Wow. Right. And do you travel by yourself or do you travel with Inclusion Ireland?
Sometimes with inclusion, yeah, if it's for work, yeah, but if it's not for work, I normally travel on my own.
Okay. And what kind of countries would you go to with Inclusion Ireland for work?
I went to Vienna. I went to Portugal. I went to Brussels, and then I went to Germany as well, and a few other places.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, for
You
work. Yeah,
Yeah, all for work.
within Inclusion Europe, and
Okay.
I was on their board, for 3 years.
And that is where you work currently, isn't it?
Yeah,
So, has having an intellectual disability stopped you from traveling, or has it made you not want to go somewhere because of it?
no,
Not at
no,
all.
I like traveling, and the reason why I go traveling, because I never lived at home. And yeah, I was
Okay.
always away from home, like in boarding schools with the nuns out in Baldoyle, and then
Hmm.
I was out in St. Augustine's with the Johnny God brothers, and then
Okay.
later on I went to Kilcrony Nursing Home, for the Johnny God brothers to work when I left school.
Okay.
And then after that, I came back, and then I got onto the social in St. Augustine's, and then she said that she would get back to me. So I was wanted to leave Kilcrony Nursing Home, because I wasn't happy there, and then I just said that I would be on the roads if I didn't get any support, to go anywhere, because I
Yeah.
don't go home that time. And then after that, she got me into PMO, and then she told me it would be only 6 months, and 6 months ended up 32 and a half years.
Wow.
The thing about there, that every morning, we had to be in the workshops by 9 o'clock in the mornings until 5 o'clock in the evenings, but we weren't getting the proper wage. Yeah, I was getting at the beginning, I was getting 10 shillings a day, and that was 50 pence a week. And then later, a few years later, we opened up a shop, a news agent, and then I was asked to run the news agent for them, and then I got a fiver, for working in the news agent.
Yeah. It's nothing
Yeah,
like.
the type of work, we used to do. We used to make the boxes, for the dividers, for the inside of the boxes. To
Yep.
hold the Bailey bottles in, and to hold the power whiskey bottles in. And then when they were packed on the pallets, we used to send them down to another workshop, and then they do be banded and put on the truck and brought out to the factories, to be filled. And then the other thing we done the mushroom baskets as well, and we used to sell them, outside the company, to other people.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, then the shop opened, and then I I got at the beginning, I got no money for the first 2 years until we got a person from Cork, and then he was the house parent up in Newcastle in the residential house, and
Okay.
then he got us some money, and then later on it went up to €3, and then from €3 up to four, and then just about 2 months before I left to work with Inclusion Ireland, it went up to a fiver. It did.
Okay.
But I had to fight to get more money, because one morning, we were opening up the shop, and then we were about 2 minutes late, and then the person in charge of the shop said to us that I can't be paying you any money, because you don't have the shop opened on time, and it was only 2 minutes late.
Ah,
Jesus.
no.
Yeah, and then that Friday, there was 12 people in the shop, and then she said to me that she wanted to talk to me when I was finishing the shop, and then later on she put my money up to €5, and
Wow.
it was too late, because I was leaving in a few weeks' time yet to start working for Inclusion.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned there that you started working with Inclusion and
Yeah,
um
205.
in 2005. And when you're working with Inclusion Ireland and you travel, do they offer any support to you for when you're out traveling, or who supports you? Is it you mentioned a travel agent maybe, if you're
And
out traveling?
if I'm traveling with someone from work, they support me.
Okay.
But if I'm not traveling for work, yeah, I get my support person to ring the airport and organize assistance for
Okay.
me. And then one time, when I got the assistance at the beginning, that I didn't like going into a wheelchair.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that's why when we were in the wheelchair, they were going too fast, driving it too fast around the airport, and
Yeah.
then I didn't like that, and then I just said that in future, when I order the assistance, I can walk from A to B.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then since that, they gave me that assistance on long hauls.
Yeah. So where does the assistance, would you meet the assistants before you check in at the airport? And do they
No, I
bring you
would
to,
have to check in first, and then
okay.
I wait there for the assistants to come to me and then show me where to go.
Okay. Right. That's great that Dublin Airport offer that as well, that assistance for getting you through security and I
Yeah,
suppose
yeah, that's right.
customs if you're going to
Yeah,
America or anything like that.
yeah, you get there quicker. Yeah,
Okay.
you get through the customs.
Yeah. And so you mentioned as well on the phone before that you get there's somebody in a travel agents that will help you.
Yeah,
Say if you're booking flights or booking your holiday.
yeah.
How do they help you when you're booking your trip?
They know my background, from going a long time with them, and
Okay.
then they know that I'm disabled, and then I always mention that I need assistance, going
Okay.
on these long hauls. That's why it's like before when I was going to Australia for 4 weeks, and then I had 11 flights.
Wow.
So I just said to them that I need assistance,
Yeah.
and then
I
they organized it, for me.
Okay. That's great that they're able to organize that as well in advance. Um, and if there was somebody like you who has an intellectual disability and was afraid to travel, what would you say to them? How would you have any advice for them?
I would tell them that there's no problem traveling, and then that you can get assistance in the airport. Just get whoever's in charge of you or your parents, to make the arrangements, for assistance in the airport, and then there'll be someone there when you get off your next stop, and then connect another flight. There'll be someone there, to support you and bring you to the next flight
Okay.
destination.
Yeah. And is there any country that you would say that was the most helpful to you in all of your travels? Is there any country that helped you the most when you were there?
Australia did.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And I thought that the staff were nice and everything. But
Yeah.
only one time when I was going to Australia, one time I was supposed to get the assistance on the way back, and then I didn't get the assistance. So I was waiting there for nearly a half an hour, when everyone else got off the plane,
Yeah.
and no one came. So one of the passengers, there was a lady that brought me to the checkout and then helped me with it, and then she nearly missed her flight. Helping me.
Oh
Yeah,
God, okay.
to get from A to B.
But it's great to know that there's people out there that are willing to help as well if they ever saw somebody that was
Yeah.
struggling.
This was over in Dubai.
Oh, very good. Okay, so it was your
Yeah,
connecting flight.
where I didn't get the assistance that time.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was the first time I never got assistance. And
Yeah.
then I got worried about it and got very upset. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then with the security people and everything. When you're out of these institutions and living in the community and getting the support, that's another thing. Yeah, what we do a lot on independent living.
Mm. Yeah. It's so important that you're given your independence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the
the
end of the
time.
day, you deserve all the same chances as everybody else.
Yeah, but the thing I'm saying, where I am now, this is my place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went and bought it last year.
Mm.
I paid it off 2.5 years earlier.
Yeah. Fair play to you.
I did, yeah.
You're one of
Yeah,
very few that are able to do that, I think, Paul.
yeah, but they gave me it, the loan in the credit union, because I got two loans, one time. Inclusion Ireland, wouldn't let me go abroad on my own one time until we had meetings here with my brother. And then
Yeah.
my brother came out to the office, and then one of the staff had meetings and myself, and then they allowed me go on a coach tour
Okay.
that time in 2006, and then after that, I went went on my own then.
Yeah. And when you travel, say without Inclusion Ireland, do you travel with a tour group or do you kind of travel by yourself?
Most times on my own.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, and I
Don't.
might meet people over there, like my friends in Melbourne. I met them in New Zealand, when we were renting a house here, belonged to someone, gave us a loan of a house, friends of theirs, for
Okay,
a weekend, and I went over for 4 days, and then I went back to Australia with them, for 2 weeks.
fantastic.
So, Paul, is there like anything that could be done to make traveling a bit easier for you, just like in terms of like planning or physical traveling, accommodation, activities? Like, is there any tips that you've come across in your travels that would make it
Um,
easier?
and the thing that will make it easier, talking to your work colleagues, or else if they don't have time, they talk to your organization or to your support person.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they'll give you advice, and then they tell you what's a good B&B or a good hotel to stay in.
Is there anything that you would advise people if they were traveling with somebody with an intellectual disability, how it could help them? Like in your experience, what's it like traveling with somebody who doesn't have an intellectual disability?
It's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
traveling with them. Yeah. I find it easy. To explain to them what I want, and then where I want to go, and that. Yeah, they
Okay.
would have to give me advice, really. And then when they give me the advice, I'd say if it's okay or not. To go to this place in this country.
Yeah.
If I'm happy enough, to go on a tour, or if I'm happy to go to this restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's
Okay.
your choice. Yeah, what you want to do while you're over there. Yeah, because they're only there to support you.
And would you have any advice for somebody who might be traveling with somebody with an intellectual disability, how they might be able to help you?
You could help them if they can't read. You read out
Okay.
the menus in the airport, and then you can tell them, whereabouts their destination is,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
where the hotel is, and then how to get to the hotel or the
Yeah.
B&B. Yeah, when you get over to the country, and then you can explain to them how long it's going to take to travel to this country and how many hours you're going to be on a plane, or if you have to get another plane, like from London, yeah, to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that, and then you can advise them, yeah, what to eat if he's not good at speaking,
Yeah.
and then the other thing, you can advise them yet to watch the videos on the plane.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, or else if they want to go off and then have a snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a long
Okay.
journey as well.
Yeah, it's a good
And then
idea to sleep on the plane.
yeah, then sometimes you might have to bring them to the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah, if they need support going to the toilet, they might be bad on their feet or anything like that.
That's very helpful because
Yeah.
I myself wouldn't know what I might need to help somebody with, or if I was to meet somebody on a plane who needed help, at least now I kind of know what I'd need to help with.
And people, yeah, you should listen, yeah, to disabled people and take them on board, because sometimes they're not listened to and taken on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they want in life. It's not like what their support person wants. It's what they want, and
Yeah.
then they're paying them, yeah, to work for them, and they have to do what the support person wants. It's not
Yeah.
what the staff want.
Like overall, like obviously you travel a lot in all the years that you have been traveling, and you travel work and pleasure as well, of course. Like what overall has been like your favorite place to visit so far in your years of traveling?
My favorite place is Australia, mainly, America as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because over in America, I went over a couple of years ago with my brother for the first time, traveling with a family member, and then we went over to Graceland, yeah, to see Elvis's, yeah, hometown. His wife made my wish come true and asked him to come with me, but he wasn't an Elvis fan.
I'm a big Elvis fan as well. So what was it like?
It was great. We had a great
Yeah.
time and everything. And we
And
stopped over. Yeah, we did in we were North Carolina, and then we in Memphis, yeah, Tennessee. We
yeah.
stopped over, and then we got a train up to Graceland. Then
Okay. And what did you get to see in Graceland? Was it his mansion and his
yeah,
cars
his
or
house and everything, and then all his planes. Yeah, yeah, what his missus owned, and then we went around the museum and seen everything, yeah, bikes and cars and well, whatever he had, and
yeah.
all the airplanes, and we spent about 4 hours there.
So would you recommend it to somebody to
Yeah,
visit?
I would. And then we're hoping, yeah, when this pandemic is over, that we're hoping to go back again in the near future, yeah. And we're hoping to bring the missus, yeah, the next time, his wife.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It's really interesting to talk about intellectual disabilities and traveling, because a lot of people don't actually think people with disabilities can travel, and it's something that we're trying to really flesh out with these videos, is showing that there is more beyond normal traveling, and there is a lot more
Yeah,
to
there
life.
is, yeah. And people, yeah, you should listen, yeah, to disabled people and take them on board, because sometimes they're not listened to and taken on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they want in life. It's not like what their support person wants. It's what they want, and
Yeah.
then they're paying them, yeah, to work for them, and they have to do what the support person wants. It's not
Yeah.
what the staff want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's a big thing that we want to do in these videos, is just to show how inclusive we could be, and to really call attention to the things that are kind of being ignored by those regular people in terms of traveling abroad.
Yeah, but I'd say, Jack, the most important thing, Jack, when you're writing out things, yeah, for disabled people, make sure that it's easy to read and easy to understand,
Yeah.
and then that the pictures have to go with the text, and then the text has to go with the pictures. So if there was no pictures on that, yeah, we're only writing, they'll find it hard to understand, yeah, what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very important to put it into easy format, yeah, for disabled people. Even the information, yeah, where you're going on holidays, yeah, with someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
I
if they
understand.
can't understand a word, they tell you, yeah, they can't understand this word. You have to find an easier word, yeah, for that word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or the picture. If the picture doesn't go with the text, you have to get another picture
Okay.
okay.
to replace it. And then I do all that kind of work. Yeah, in Inclusion Ireland, they do out the easy to read, but I get the last say on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, if it's easy to understand, and then if I can't, they have to change it. They make any books. They make, yeah. They got funding to make a book.
yeah.
Yeah, just say for disabled people. Then I get the last say on that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there any place abroad that you'd like to visit when the lockdown's over?
I would like to go back to Australia, or else back to Dresden. Yeah, in Germany.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you,
So my friends, yeah, sometimes do be in Dresden, and then other times, yeah, they're mostly in Australia,
okay, very good. What part of Australia?
in Melbourne. Yeah, and they were the ones that helped me to write the book. As I was saying, I wrote my own life story, and then I sold something like 100 books in 3 days.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it took 6 months, yeah, to sell the second lot. But now at the moment, there's over 40 people on my list when we go back to work. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I might be one of them.
Thanks, Paul, so much for hopping
yeah.
on.
Thanks, Jack, and then
And
thanks for your help and everything, and for
absolutely,
asking
and
the questions.
we appreciate it so much for you hopping on just to talk about these things. So that's all for the episode today. Thank you all for watching, and thanks for hopping on, everyone. And this is another video in the long line of our interviews for inclusion travel, and it's just another fascinating conversation about something like this. The main thing we want to do is to talk about things that are kind of put to the wayside, and this is another intellectual disability. It's a big thing when it comes to travel. And Paul, thank you so much for coming on for it all. And if you guys want to keep up to date with our videos, subscribe. We have everything. We have Twitter, Instagram, everything on there. Hit the bell icon if you want to keep updated with our videos, and like and comment the video. Comment what you would like to go, where you would like to go next. And thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Paul.